Have you ever noticed how often we move through our lives without actually being present in them? We walk down the street but our minds are miles away. We sit at dinner with friends but we are thinking about an email we need to send tomorrow. We are physically there but our spirit is somewhere else entirely. This common feeling of being scattered is something most of us accept as a normal part of being a busy adult in the modern world. We have become experts at doing many things at once while never fully experiencing a single one of them. It is as if we are living our lives in a dream state where everything is slightly blurry and rushed. We are constantly moving toward a future moment that never quite arrives because as soon as it does we are already looking for the next thing. This constant motion creates a deep sense of exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. We feel a hunger for something we cannot name and we often try to fill that void with more activity or more things. But what if the answer is not in doing more but in asking more of ourselves? What if the key to a meaningful life is not found in our achievements but in the quality of our attention? We need to find a way to wake up to the life that is happening right now. Let us look at the surface concept of who we think we are in our daily routines. On the surface we identify ourselves by our roles and our tasks. You might say I am a teacher walking to school or I am a parent walking to the store. We focus on the goal and the destination. We think that if we complete the task we will finally be satisfied. This focus on the destination makes the walk itself feel like a hurdle or a waste of time. We hurry our steps because we believe the important part of life is waiting for us at the end of the path. We treat the present moment like a bridge we must cross as fast as possible to get to the other side. This way of thinking is very common but it hides a very deep and problematic assumption. The hidden assumption is that we are the masters of our own minds and that we know exactly what we are doing. We assume that because we are the ones walking we are the ones in control. But if you stop and look closely at who is actually walking you might find a stranger. Are you walking with a clear heart or are you being driven by a feeling of obligation? Are you walking because you want to or because you are afraid of what happens if you stop? Many of us are being pulled by invisible strings of habit and fear. We assume that our restlessness is just a part of our personality rather than a sign that we have lost our way. We assume that the noise in our heads is the truth about our identity. But when we ask who is walking, we begin to see the difference between our busy ego and our true self. We start to see that the person who is stressed and rushed is not the only person living inside of us. This realization is the first step in breaking the cycle of distraction. It allows us to step back and look at our lives from a new perspective. There is a structural pattern to this kind of waking up that we can see in our own physical movements. Think about the simple act of walking. It is a series of balanced falls and recoveries. It requires us to be grounded on the earth while moving forward. Most of us walk with a sense of agitation or restlessness. We feel a little bit of pressure in our chest or a tightness in our shoulders. This tension is a physical pattern of how we handle life. We are literally leaning into the future, which makes us feel out of balance in the present. If you can stop and ask yourself where you are, you might find that you are not actually in your body. You might be in a meeting that has not started yet or in a past conversation that ended badly. This structural gap between where our body is and where our mind is creates a life of static and noise. To fix this, we have to bring the mind back to the feet. We have to learn how to be at ease exactly where we are, even if the place we are standing is difficult or uncomfortable. This leads us to a powerful reframing of our entire existence. Instead of seeing life as a series of problems to solve, we can see it as a series of moments to inhabit. When we ask what we want, we are not looking for a list of items to buy or goals to reach. We are looking for our deepest aspiration. This is the quiet voice that tells us what truly matters when the noise of the world fades away. Your deepest aspiration is like a compass that points to your heart. It might be a desire to be kind or a wish to be free from fear. When you identify this deep want, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. You start to move with purpose rather than just moving with speed. This reframing turns every ordinary moment into a spiritual practice. You do not need to go to a mountain top to find peace. You can find it while walking to the bus or washing the dishes. You can find it by simply stopping to ask these questions in the middle of your busy day. This is a very practical way to live. It does not require you to change your job or leave your family. It only requires you to change the way you use your mind. In your daily life, you can start to apply this by choosing one simple activity each day to do with full awareness. Perhaps it is the walk from your car to your office. Instead of checking your phone or thinking about your first meeting, try to ask yourself who is walking. Feel the weight of your feet on the pavement. Notice the air on your skin. Check in with your body to see if there is any restlessness. If you feel agitation, do not judge it. Just notice it and ask where you are. Bring yourself back to the present moment over and over again. Then ask yourself what you really want in this very moment. You might find that you just want to feel a sense of peace or gratitude. By doing this, you are rekindling your connection to your own life. You are moving from a state of dreaming to a state of waking. This practice will help you handle the hard things in life with much more grace. When you are doing something difficult but right, you will have the strength of your true self behind you. You will no longer feel like a leaf blown by the wind of your own thoughts. You will feel like the wind itself. This process of waking up is not something you do once. It is something you do every single hour. It is a gentle way of reminding yourself that life is a gift that is being offered to you right now. We often wait for a big crisis to wake us up, but we can choose to wake up slowly and kindly every day. We can choose to be there for our own lives. We can choose to look at the trees and the sky and the people around us with fresh eyes. We can choose to listen to the silence that exists underneath the noise. This is the secret to a life well lived. It is not about the length of your life, but about the depth of your presence in it. As you go about your day today, try to remember that the most important journey you will ever take is the one from your head to your heart. It is a short distance, but it can take a lifetime to master. The more you ask these questions, the more you will find that the answers are already inside you, waiting to be heard. You have everything you need to be happy and at peace right here in this moment. You just have to be here to receive it. If you were to stop right now and look deeply into your own heart, what is the one thing you truly want that has nothing to do with your work or your status in the world?